Hey guys, and welcome back to the HobbyDude007 channel. Got a quick show shout out / reminder about a swap meet in Salisbury, North Carolina tomorrow. If you're in the southeast area, I've shared this with you in the past, but if you're in the southeast area and can make this show, it's one of the best swap meets, one of my favorites of the year. And great shopping, great fellowship, and I look forward to that. And I'll give you the particulars here in just a second. But the main purpose for this video is we need to order some custom-made decals, and we're going to be ordering those from Terry and Patrice over at STS Decals. Their custom decals are absolutely awesome, and I'm running out of time. I should have had these ordered for our small-scale group build, my funny car already, so I'm going to try to get those done real quick. And also going to be ordering the decals for our USAC group build, our 68 Dark. I'll let you in on what the decals are for the small-scale group build, but the specifics of what exactly they are for the Dart, that one's going to be a surprise, but we'll get into the measurements for it anyway. All right, guys, let's get over and get into it. Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.net. Okay, guys, this swap meet is hosted by the Mid-Carolina Model Car Club, and this is their swap meet. And let me tell you, this one, like I said, is always a really good swap meet. Great fellowship. I get to see a lot of the guys I see throughout the year at contests, things like that. And this tomorrow will be from 9 to 1 at the Salisbury Civic Center at 315 Martin Luther King Avenue in Salisbury, North Carolina. So there for your GPS, you can put that information in. Admission is just $5, and if you want early floor rights, again, it opens at 9, but if you want to get in early at 8, you get the floor rights are $15, and you get in and get in, see everything before it gets picked over. Your vendor setup is from 7 to 8, and always a good one. Alan does an absolutely outstanding job. If you want to go ahead and get a hold of him for next year, they'll have the flyers and dates for next year. They usually have them same day, so you'll know next year when it'll be. But if you want to get a hold of him by being a vendor in the future, there's your contact information, and it's Alan Hilton. Alan, like I said, is a great guy, always puts on a class swap meet, and again, a lot of great folks that are going to be there. Look forward to seeing a lot of you there. I know many of you have asked, am I going to be there, in emails and comments, things like that. Usually, my calendar this year had the Hope It Don't Snow show and JaxCon. And of course, due to illness, I was not able to be at either one of those. So this will be my first event, so I'm a little jacked up about that. So hopefully I can hook up with many of you there. Now, let me reset and we'll get into the decals. Before we get to the decals, guys, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Johnny for pointing out something that, quite honestly, should have been very obvious. These bodies on funny cars are fiberglass, and they're usually not quite like this. Now, I got excited about it being a 72, like the one I drove with vents in the doors. But you know what? These cars, as he pointed out, are you going to fill in the door jambs? And Johnny, you're absolutely right. Yeah, these need to be filled in. So I'm going to go back, fill in the door jambs and the vents. I looked at some 72 funny cars, and none of them have those, so they're just slab-sided. And the same goes for the hood and the deck lid. I may leave those for just accent. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about filling those in, but definitely the sides, the door jambs, those need to be a full slab down through there. And that, honestly, that's going to make it easier for the decals as well. This is going to be, I'm pretty sure 2 colors, but I'm thinking maybe 3. And it is going to be a, well, this is going to be the sponsor for the car. So it's going to be a teal, not teal, but a aqua blue, dark blue Hippie Dude. Hippie Dude will be on here, on the car too. And the Hippie Dude hot sauce, it ain't cool, man, along with a couple other little surprise sponsors. But Since hot sauce goes with BG's Taco Supremo, there may be a BG emblem on here somewhere too. But how you do this, and Terry likes it when you do millimeters. Now, if you don't have a dial caliper, this one's from Harbor Freight, and I think it was like 10 bucks. And this you can do, as you see there, in both inches and millimeters. And Terry prefers you do them in millimeters, and that's fine. That's fine. So we're going to have Hippie Dude, like right here, and Hippie Dude hot sauce here, and maybe back here, it ain't cool, man, something like that. There's a few other little things that'll go there, and then of course we'll have Hippie Dude on the hood, that kind of stuff too. So this process, to be honest with you guys, is very, very simple. So we're going to zero this out, make sure we're at 0. And we're going to need Hippie Dude himself to be, let's call it, let's say right from the tip of his peace sign fingers to the bottom right about there will be 13.9 millimeters. Make sure you write this stuff down. 13.9 millimeters. And the width, well, actually, he's going to use the picture, so he'll just scale that way. I don't think he needs the width on that. But just in case, we're going to make the width about, let's make it 13 millimeters even width. 13 millimeters. And the Hippie Dude hot sauce, or Hippie Dude and hot sauce, we'll do that right here. We'll have some corporate sponsor stuff down through here, like you saw in the funny cars of the day. So let's go. Let's say from right there to there, the word Hippie Dude. Let's make that, let's just make it 45 millimeters even. Well, yeah, let's just make that 45 millimeters would be Hippie Dude and hot sauce right in there together. So 45 millimeters. And we want that to be, let's make it right about there. So let's do that at about, let's do it about 14 millimeter. So we'll say 14 millimeters. And if you want to do just one row on the lettering, let's say right about there. Let's do, well, it'd be 7 mil. You know what? Let's do it that way. We'll do 7 millimeters and then 7 millimeters. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. So 7 millimeter lines, 45. And then it ain't cool, man. Let's move back here on the quarter, and let's do that kind of small. We're going to do that in probably the red or probably yellow letters. Let's do we want to do 39? Actually, yeah. 39. And I think on this one, let's do 6 millimeter. Let's see how that looks width-wise. So we did 7 millimeter there. Yeah, that's going to be too big there. So let's go down to, let's do 5.5 millimeter. Give it some contrast there too. Actually, let's drop down to about 5.2 millimeter. That gives you a little bit of room above right there, and just at that body seam, that body line right there. We'll go just a tick below that. So 5.2 millimeter. Okay. And let's say back here we wanted to do the BG emblem or the Lucas C emblem or model related stuff. Let's do it. Don't want to get too carried away. Let's do, say, 13 millimeter. Yeah, let's do those two logos, 13 millimeter. And for the hood, we're going to have something different because we're going to have our hobby dude or hippie dude. So let's do him on the hood, 18 millimeter. Oops, sorry guys, out of frame there. 18 millimeter. And then let's go back to that 7 millimeter and see. Hippie dude, hot sauce. And then in that 5.2 millimeter down here, it ain't cool, man. Or 5.5 millimeter. I think that's going to look pretty good. And like I said, we've got the corporate decals. Now, if you were going to do something, I'm going to use the something to fill in here, the black. But if you wanted to do the headlights or something like that, you could take the pictures and measure these. And there's your, that's 21.9 millimeter by, oops, 4.1 millimeter, and you could get just the decals made just for the blackouts in there, or whatever you took a picture of to put in there. But I think that would work just fine. But that's how we're going to do the decals for our small scale group build. And by the way, I'm going to one final sand on this after I get the mud in these seams on the doors and stuff, and then we're going to go back and get our aqua blue on it. Moving over to the dart, got a decent amount of this done, and I'll be sharing with you in an upcoming video. But what we're going to do is I want to stripe right down through here, and it's going to be a stripe that's going to run probably right about that long. Not the full length of the car because it's going to have an odd shape to it, but that stripe will be, let's make it 150, maybe 152 millimeters. That looks about right for what I have in mind. So we got 152 millimeters by, I think that stripe, let's make it 6.6 millimeters, I think we'll go with 6.6. Kind of a broad stripe, and you'll see why later. And then right below that, we're going to have the name. You know how you'd have the Strangler or whatever the name of the car was, and right below that particular stripe, which is going to be unique, and you'll see what I mean, there'll be just one word, and we'll make it, well, let's make it 14 millimeters. Yeah, we'll make it 14 millimeter, and then another word that'll be right here. This word will just be the, and we'll make it about 3.5 millimeters, and we'll want it to cover most of the door. And then you pick out what font you want to use, guys, and that word will be about 40 millimeter. Okay, 40 millimeters, and it's like 5 or 6 letters. Yeah, okay. And then since Kim at Kim's Custom Garage is kind of the host of this, I've got something in mind for that, and I'll be measuring for where that's going to be on the car, as well as another content creator or two, as I mentioned. But got to get busy on the body. There's a few things left to do, chassis-wise, things like that. And I went a different direction on that, but still using the 440. So we'll instead of the Hemi, which I know that's not like me because I'm a Hemi lover. But I want to do something a little bit different. So that's how you do it, guys. It's really not hard. And the great thing is Terry will send you a proof when he's done that's actual size. You cut it out. If you remember from my Mustang, and I gotta get another video knocked out on that because I've got a few other things done too. But I got just too much going on, guys. But he'll send you a proof, and you can cut it out, lay it over like we did with the Mustang, and make sure it's right. So if you need to make any adjustments, you can email him back, hey, let's go down 0.3 millimeters or up 0.3 millimeters, whatever, and he can make the adjustment. He'll send you another proof. What I sent in the first time on the Mustang was perfect, and he shot it right back, and it was spot on. So don't be intimidated by, oh, it's custom, I got to do this and do that. No, hey, go, if you're looking for a type of lettering or something, go to like, I think it's 1001 free fonts that you can download, pick you out a font. The one I like to use more than any of them is called Hemi Head, and it's that old Mopar style of writing. It's that text, or that font, excuse me, and that makes it cool. And you know, I use that on about everything. So that's it. And again, if you need one of these, this came from Harbor Freight, $10. Hey, I've used it for a year and a half now. So great investment. All right, guys, I think that's it at the moment. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. It's not hard to do at all. And big thing is, have fun. We're helping out a vendor that's gracious enough to make custom stuff for us, and that's just, hey, that's for the love of the hobby there too, guys. All right, guys, God bless. Hope you have an awesome weekend, and love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.